Hello everyone, it's really good to be here doing this assembly for you all, and it'll be great when I can see you all again. I want to tell you this story, this event that happened from the life of Peter. He was a great friend of Jesus, and this happened after Jesus had returned to heaven, and Peter was, well, I can imagine it, he was just sitting here thinking, oh, there's loads of noise going on in the house, loads of noise. I want somewhere quiet where I can pray. Where can I go that was quiet? And then he thought, I know where I'll go. I'll go up on the roof. That's always quiet. So he climbed up onto the roof. Oh, this looks like a good place where I can sit and pray. So Peter sat down to pray. But you know, it was noon, just after noon, the sun was high, he was getting hot and he was hungry. And he could hear down in the kitchen they were preparing some food. He knew that they'd been preparing the right food, not any of that bad food, because he had read his Bible and he knew that there was some good food that he was allowed to eat and bad food that people like him, he was a Jewish man, wouldn't eat. So Peter was thinking, yeah, they'll be cooking good food. But he was so hungry and the sun was hot that he sort of was half falling asleep. And as he was sort of in a bit of a trance state, he started having this vision. And in this vision, this big white sheet sort of came down as if it came down from heaven, and it was there, and no, it didn't land on him. It didn't land on him. I'm not. No. Okay, this big sheet came down from heaven, and on this sheet were all kinds of animals. And Peter looked at them and thought, there's some good animals there, but there's some really bad ones. I could never eat them. And he heard a voice from heaven saying, you can eat all these, but I've never eaten anything bad, Peter said. And the voice said, don't call things bad that I have said are good. Peter had that same vision 3 times with this sheet coming down. And after he had had the vision for the 3rd time, the sheet suddenly disappeared. And then there was a knock at the door. And so Peter ran down to see who it was. Peter came down from the roof and he went with those people to their home. It was the home of a non-Jew, someone who wasn't Jewish like Peter. This was a Gentile, someone that other Jews thought weren't important. Other Jews thought they could be treated differently. You could treat them badly because they were not Jewish. Whereas Peter now knew that no one should be treated badly. Peter said to them, I see now that God has no favourites. God doesn't think one group of people are better than another. People that live in one country are better than another. God has no favourites. Everyone is important to God. And someone might have said, but why are you treating them well? Why are you treating these people that are not Jewish well? And I think Peter might have said, well, when God says something or someone is good, I'm not going to treat them badly. When he saw all the animals on the sheet, he thought some of them were bad. But the voice said, no, what God has said is good. Is good. Don't call what God has said is good, don't call it bad. And so Peter knew that when he spoke to others, when he related to others, they were important, they were valuable. It didn't matter where they came from. And I love that Peter went on in his life where, yes, he spoke to Jewish people, but he spent a lot of his time talking to people who weren't Jews. And he said to them, you are important, you are valuable, you are loved by God. I hope that you can look at people that are different to you and say, you are important, you are valuable, you are good, and so I'm going to treat you well. That's what I hope we can all do. We can all treat others well, and we never treat anyone differently just because they look different to us. I hope you have a fantastic week and hope that it won't be long before we can all meet in person. Have a great day. Bye-bye.